It is genuinely 100 degrees outside right now. It is so fucking hot. About 2 months into learning Melee, I was playing on stream when suddenly Cody Schwab joined my chat. If you don't know who Cody Schwab is, he used to be #1 in Melee and still has an argument to be #1 even though he's not very active anymore. Cody was gracious enough to offer me free coaching on stream, and this video is an archive of that. Even if you're an Ultimate player or some sort of other fighting game player, I think there's a lot to learn from listening to Cody. His mentality is like genuinely insane, and we dive really deep into it during this coaching session. Anyway, if you find value in this coaching session or enjoy these kind of videos or enjoy Melee or Smash Ultimate, please subscribe. I need subscribers, please. Thank you.
I always start with a very dumb sounding question, but it is the most important question that I could ask any Smash player. If you had to talk to me like I'm 5 years old, how would you explain you win a game of Smash?
How to explain winning a game of Smash?
Yeah.
Okay, you're 5 years old. Let me think about this. Okay, you're 5 years old.
As simple as you can.
Okay. Do the things that make you win, avoid the things that make them win. Even simpler?
I don't know what things to do. Yeah, I'm 5 years old. What's
You're
simple?
5 years old. You are 5 years old. You are 5 years old.
What things make me win? I have to learn all the moves? Are you kidding me? It's too much work. Even
How do you get simpler here?
There's an easy one.
There's an easy one? Win? Yep. Win? Oh, okay, let's go.
Okay, how do you win? Yeah, how do you win? What?
Someone said chain grab. Take stocks. Hit the opponent.
No, take stocks. That's it. You
take stocks? That's it. Okay, take stocks. Okay.
You take 4 stocks. Okay. That sounds really simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How many times have you looked back at a VOD and asked yourself, okay, how is this either getting me a stock or costing me a stock every single time you do a decision or you do it to punish?
I'd say in Ultimate I do it a decent amount, but Melee definitely not. I haven't gotten to that point.
Perfect. So that is how you look at every interaction of Melee. The way Smash Bros. Boils down, and if you have a full understanding of this and full execution, you will just be the best player in the world, full stop, no question. So the way it works is that the entire game is effectively just one giant risk-reward calculation. That's all Melee is, and Smash Bros. In general. Pretty much any fighting game, honestly. And so the skill in that comes from learning how to identify, okay, how much value can I get from something? How likely I am to get hit by it? I saw like your practice regimen, so I'm going to tie that into that. So the thing I saw that you were practicing, because I did a little background into you, just to check your Twitter, see what you were doing, is that you were like, oh, fair dashback, nair dashback, like in hitting yourself out of dashback.
Yeah.
Effectively what you're doing, and whoever told you to tell you that, to an extent is correct, is they're telling you, okay, this is the most common way you're going to get an open up on Fox, because they're just going to nair you and then you're going to grab them. Yeah. And that's the easiest way to kind of get a punish to get to your goal. They're also telling you to do something which is very good, which is to practice your movement. No matter, and I know you know this. This is for people who maybe want to try getting better. No matter how good your idea is, no matter how smart you are, if you can't execute, it literally means jack shit. It will not do a damn thing for you. So unfortunately, especially in this game, more so than in a lot of others, if you can't execute really well and you can't hit when you hit someone, you can't hit them hard. Nothing you think matters. Irrelevant. Like you will just lose to anyone who's a punish bot, and that's obviously not what we want. So, do you have Uncle Punch?
Yes, I have training mod, yeah.
Sweet. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. Let's go to Uncle Punch real fast.
I got you.
So there's actually a really important distinction, and this is something that I try to tell to a lot of people so they don't feel as discouraged by Melee. A lot of people talk about how hard Melee is or how like complicated Melee is. Melee is actually an extremely simple game at its core. The problem is there's a million different things that you have to learn and identify at one time. And that's where it becomes actually difficult. But the game itself is not. There's no specific interaction that's like super hard. It's just learning to put it all together and getting consistent. That's what the challenge is. So I say that because people get overwhelmed early on. They start working on like so many things at once. Almost universally, pick 1 or 2 things to work on at a time, get them really good and move on. And again, I'll talk more about that. Do me a favor, press L. Okay, go to act out of lag on the right, 5th from the bottom, or 5th from the top, sorry. Yep. Never turn that off. That is the most important thing you're going to be doing when you're practicing.
Okay.
So effectively what this is it's telling you, so Ultimate you can buffer movement, right?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, obviously in Melee you can't. This is telling you how fast are you acting out of anything that you're doing. So like if you go now into Training Lab, or anything, I guess it doesn't matter. Yep. And now you do your nair into dash back, right? So just go to Battlefield, FD, whatever, doesn't matter. So you do your nair, and then you dash back. Right? You see how you get acted away frame 1? That tells you how fast you're going every time.
Oh, okay.
This is by far the most important thing. If you're consistently getting 1 to 2, then you're doing it right. If you're not, then obviously you need to work on that. The reason this is so important is because there's a lot of like fake punishes in this game that happen when people have bad tech skill. So a lot of times foxes will get away with hitting a bad Marth because they nair and then they take like 2 or 3 frames to hit their dash back, and so they get hit in a spot they shouldn't. Again, really hard to play neutral when you don't actually know what's a legitimate punish and what isn't.
Makes sense.
Okay, so what have you been practicing recently? And do you have, I'll start with this, do you have a practice routine?
I started practicing, so on Monday I had a stream with Pateron, and he showed me how to, use a training mod effectively, because it was kind of like, I think, as a new player, and especially somebody coming from Ultimate who doesn't have a good training mode, seeing all these menus becomes very intimidating. Like, I didn't know how to navigate this at all. And Ultimate literally is, like, our training mode is made of, like, straws and, like, bottle caps. Like, there are 3 options, and that's all you got. You make do with what you got. I learned how to do that. I've been getting more familiar with the menus, and the last 2 things off the top of my head that I've been working on have been getting my dash dance correct, because there are times where I try to like dash dance and then I'll end up like getting stuck in my run. So like this is a big problem for me as a new player.
You just go too far, yeah.
Yeah, like there you go. Like I'll try to dash back and like I don't know, maybe like do a grab here, and instead I end up getting the skid animation, and that's the most frustrating thing ever as a new player.
I think Zane told me a trick for this a while ago, from R specifically. Go to Battlefield real fast.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I'll have to double check with him. On Battlefield, if you use the left platform as your dash dance platform, that is like almost the max distance that you can get. So practicing on that distance on the left platform.
Specifically the left one, can it be the right one?
Or just, I don't think it matters. Yeah, but
right. Let's go over here.
So if I'm not mistaken, practicing dash dancing on that pretty much gives you the max range. It might have been Dreamline, so I'll double check with him on that. Okay. But just go like on the platform, because if you go too far, you fall off. See? So this like forces you to be like on it. And you might be able to get slightly longer dash dance. I don't remember. He told me this is like a way to practice it when he started. So you want to just try to like keep going back and forth and see if you can just do like max distance. And then this is a good way to get like the distance down. Yeah, it gives you like a good visual here.
Yeah, even if I'm not doing like the super optimal last frame, like dash dance until the last frame, this is still really good because like just getting this movement down.
You're also resetting the stick to neutral, which you don't want to be doing.
Wait, what do you mean?
So I'm looking at your inputs. When you're going left to right, yeah, you want to like, you don't want to reset your stick to neutral. That's like a, that's like a stutter step almost. That's a lot slower.
I didn't know.
This is a much faster dash dance. Yeah. I thought it looked slow, and I was like, why is he just stopping on purpose? Then I realized you were literally just resetting to neutral every time.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
This is also going to make Fox feel much less annoying when you try to dash dance punish it.
Yeah.
Now you're not going to be stuck in spot.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind and look at my thing up there.
Okay, so for practice routine, I pretty much tell all my students this. For easy, like, starter practice routine, I generally recommend, like, 30 minutes, and you break it into 2 sections. So 2/3 of it is going to be stuff that is either done across all matchups. So an example from Marth would be, like, ledge dashing or dash dancing, stuff that you would do in every matchup. Or things that are very, don't need to worry about that yet. Or things that are like very, very over centralizingly important in some matchups. So examples is like chain grabbing / tech chasing, pivot tippers, things like that. I think that you'll probably get to that level soonish. You might not be there yet, but the idea is you want stuff that is either you need it across all matchups, or you're going to do so much in matchups that are like really important that you need to be practicing this like pretty much every day when you're starting, no matter what.
Okay.
There's 2 parts to that also. One is nothing in Melee happens in a vacuum. Everything is contextual. So once you get the actual tech skill down, a lot of people struggle with translating that to a game. And outside of just, repetition, the biggest reason that happens is because they don't do things like they don't practice what comes before and after. So like with ledge dash, you'll like go to ledge, reset every time, and then just keep doing the ledge dash. But in a game, you don't just spawn on the ledge, nor do you just ledge dash and do nothing, right? Mm-hmm. You'll grab ledge in different ways. So you want to practice like going to the ledge in different ways and then doing the ledge dash once you have the timing down. And similarly, practice like doing different things out of the ledge dash. Same thing with chain grabbing. Like you can just sit there and practice the chain grab, but sometimes it's really nice to practice like, okay, get the like down tilt run up grab and then practice it. And then just don't just do like the 0 to 4. You like try to do the full thing into the kill.
Okay, yeah. That's a really good tip. I think contextualizing these scenarios that you're putting yourself in and practicing is really important. It's good.
Yep. And then the second part is multifaceted practicing. Again, this will come once the tech skill's done. But when you can ingrain multiple things into practice at the same time, that's always like really, really helpful. So like, let's say, you know, you're trying to practice ledge dash and pivot tippers at the same time. Like you can have a puff on sitting like underneath the platform and then practice ledge dash pivot tipper, just so you can practice like putting multiple movements together, which again will just help you in game in general, because you don't want to just ledge dash into doing nothing, as I already said. But it also lets you practice multiple things at once that you need to. And that's just really important for improvement in any sense of the word.
Okay, so in that case, are there like maybe later you can give me like maybe a more comprehensive list, but I think I'm gonna need I think I need some direction on like what are some universal things. I know you listed them, but I know there's probably a lot of things I could be doing that'll go universal into every matchup.
Yeah, I would say early on, definitely just start chain grabbing immediately. Like, it's just too fucking important. Chain grabbing, and the second you'll want to get a little faster with movement, you definitely want to learn to tech chase. This game has become the tech chase simulating game. It's really fucking annoying, but that's where the game's going. Marth especially, like if you watch Zane's 0 to 40, it's like almost exclusively tech chasing on non-FD.
Wow.
So those are definitely two things you'll want to practice no matter what. Because they're too important. Same thing with just like pivot tippers and like puff, because you don't want to run into puff and not know what to do. Also, it's just good to like practice movement in the character. Early on, I highly recommend back out of this.
Yep.
Highly recommend you doing this a little bit a day. Go left. Exercise. This thing is great for practicing.
This thing.
Yeah, good. This is just actually like one of the most goated things for practicing movement early on, and it's engaging. So just doing this in general is going to be really nice. Also, you see your act out of weight is like 4 or 7. Like, it's good to combine those two. So you're like really slow on that, right?
Yeah.
Right, and you see that. So you want the goal is to try to get that as fast as possible and as accurate as possible.
Damn, this shit's hard as hell to hit. What the fuck? Yo.
You can also shrunk fair. You don't have to do up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
I see. I'm really slow.
Yeah. And it's easy, right? It's easy to do the movement in game, but when you start doing something in practice, it becomes a lot slower. So making sure you have these setups and you're going as fast as you can is just going to be so fucking important. Like, movement is king in this game. Movement and punish are the two things you want to be extremely good at early on, no matter what. The rest of the game will come. Zane legitimately got to like top 15 by being a dashback punish game bot.
I know you said that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like he did the right thing. It's not even it's not like a diss. That is the easiest way to get better and get better results. But there's also a second reason why that's really important. A lot of people struggle with neutral because they don't find that moves are worth it to go for. So they don't like taking risks and they become very risk averse. That only happens when you don't know how to convert properly off your opening, so it feels worse than it actually is.
Wow. Okay.
Right, so if you're like, if there's a situation where you can go forward and grab Fox, but you don't have your techniques, your chain grab down, you're less likely to naturally feel like that's a good situation for you because you don't get anything from it. Which is why a lot of Marks, especially early on, will resort to dashing back and going to the corner and just down throwing gimping because it's the only thing they feel like gives them any reward, so it's the only engagements that are worth for them to take.
That's literally what I do, bro. I got to go over just camping in the corner, down throwing foxes.
Yeah, and that's why Fox feels so oppressive, right? Because you're not getting anything unless you find this one situation where you're actually getting an opening. So that's why a punish game is so important, not just because, it's kind of the easiest way to get better, but because it allows you to like accurately assess. You know how we talked about everything is risk reward? You can't assess risk reward if you don't know what the reward is. So your entire like understanding of the situation just completely goes away. It falls apart in like 2 seconds before you even started.
Makes sense, yeah.
So you can always supplement that with top player VODs, where if you're like, okay, top players repeatedly play the situation or they're looking for these types of openings, that means I just have to learn how to actually convert off of them. And you don't have to go for them immediately, but it's good to have in the back of your head so you know like long term what it should look like, at least a little bit better than what you're doing right now. But you still want to be working on like 1 or 2 things at a time. Like you don't want to overload yourself and be like, all right, now I'm going to work on my tech still being faster and punish game and going forward and edge guarding properly all in the same game. It's just not going to be efficient. It's the same thing as school, right? You wouldn't learn an entire subject at once. It's just stupid.
Very interesting. I think a lot of this carries over with Smash Ultimate, and like you said, school. It's just like really learning how to learn, and I think that's where like it's really easy to get tripped up in a game with so many variables. And I know even though I come from a background where I also try to implement learning how to learn and isolating techniques and such, even in like now playing Melee, because there's so many variables that are new to me, I find myself trying to, like you said, balance everything, which is not a good idea.
Yep. So the thing is, you'll passively improve on a lot of things as it kind of goes along, but having a few like solid focuses is always going to be more beneficial. Remember, we also talked earlier on about how ADHD moment.
Me too.
It's fine. It'll come back in a second. So I'll wait for that last 10 minutes of the practice routine because we only got to the first 20. That's going to be kind of flavor of the day, what we just talked about. Whatever you need to focus on the most right now. So if that's like, chain grabbing, actually that is what I want to say. It's tangential to that. Chain grabbing is the thing I want to work on because I want to hit spacies. Like, I'm tired of these evil spacies. I need to kill them when I touch them. Or I'm really bad off the ledge. Like, every time I get to the ledge, I just fucking die. I need to practice ledge dashing or just generally like better habits off the ledge. And the thing I'd say is do that for the 10 minutes. And of course, you can play with the ratios. It doesn't actually matter. I'm just giving a guideline so you have something to work off of and you can kind of play with it as you want.
Right.
But you do that until you're at a point where you don't have to think about it in game anymore. So don't stop it once it feels good. Stop it once it happens in game subconsciously. Because the way top level Melee is played is it's a bunch of things that you've really well rehearsed that your brain kind of automatically picks up on. And then usually you have like 2 or 3 things you're looking out for or being conscious of. But the rest is just autopilot, muscle memory trained.
Makes sense. You're not going to be able to play at such a high level where you're like thinking about your decisions if you're thinking about what you're mechanically doing. And that's me right now. You know, I'm trying not to mess up my wave dashes. I'm trying not to mess up my L cancels. So I'm not even thinking about proper decisions I could be making, but it doesn't matter at my level because everyone's just outscaling me. Everyone's just tech skilling me and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And so having that as your focus going into games, like, I don't care about anything else right now. Let me get this stuff down so I can actually do the things I need to do is very, very helpful. Even if you get absolutely shit on for it because you're just doing nothing good after you get your hit or you get to your spot, making it so that you don't have to think about that is by far the most like crucial thing that you can do. Yeah,
that's amazing. I like the idea of having a routine because right now I'm kind of aimlessly even though I have the materials, you know, I have R-Wing, I have this, I am kind of just aimlessly doing things that I also have ADHD, which is funny you mentioned it earlier. Like the other day I started by doing like practicing wave dash off a plat fair, and then like 2 minutes later I'm like, let me practice wave dash a ledge, let me practice it, and then I just like end up practicing 12 different things within a hour session, and none of them really stick, and that's an issue.
Yep, and it's hard. The best advice I have for that is take breaks when you're actively doing it. Don't just like run for 2 hours, space out, forget what you're doing, lose focus, do it again. You want to like sit there and be like, all right, every other set, I'm stopping. I'm going to make sure I'm working on the thing that I actually need to be working on, and if I'm not, I gotta reset. Otherwise, you're just going to like run the gambit until you get to a point where your brain can just do that. And that is kind of its own skill. Like, you will learn by muscle memory eventually, just how to grind something out for that long. Hopefully you get the hyper focus part of the ADHD sometimes.
I do. Yeah, dude. It's a superpower sometimes.
All right, perfect. Right. So you'll get that sometimes, but generally speaking, having those built-in breaks to make sure that you're actively doing the thing that you need to do and you're checking yourself is really, really helpful. You can play for 8 hours a day. I can practice for 2 hours a day and get way more than most people can in like 8 hours.
Yep.
And that's really important to learn how to practice efficiently and not just overexerting yourself. Now, if you can get 8 good hours in, badass. You're one of few people. Good for you. And to an extent early on, I think that's okay when you're if you are just working on tech skill. Most people can't do that.
Yeah. Random question real quick
about
like chain grabbing and such. Because I noticed there's a training lab, and I noticed there's a combo training tab here. Which one is ideal for when I want to practice something like
combo training?
Combo training?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because like, to my understanding, they have different options, right?
Well, training lab is more to create specific situations, but the reason combo training is good. Also, post hit option, go down. Post hit option, down, 3 times.
There you go.
Yeah, post hit stun action. Make sure it's on invincible, so go to the right ones. Air dodge is technically a frame slower. This is always going to feel harder than a human. So for the chain grab, don't worry about doing it at 0.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually very hard, and you're probably not gonna have the tech skill to do it yet. Most of the time, Zane doesn't even chain grab at 0. He doesn't really start chain grabbing a lot. Sometimes he'll do it around 10 to 15. Most of the time, he starts around like 20.
Really? For chain grab, he starts at 20?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's when pivot grab actually becomes a thing.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, so you see how you're out of weight. You're on frame 5, right? So you see that, and the goal is like, okay, faster, 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 and you want to really ingrain that habit in you. Treat it like a game, right? Like, how many times can you get to frame 1?
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, but you see how slow it is, right? And
Yeah.
so but that's good. That means you have an easy thing to work on, right? You can sit here and just be like, all right, I need to get the frames down. You want to do pivot grab. I would highly recommend practicing that. Even if a Fox is early on, don't do it. Slight DI will just beat you if you try to do turnaround grab.
For pivot grab, are you actually doing the pivot grab motion like that, or are you doing jump cancel, like turn around, run back?
No, I just pivot and then grab. So if you need, you can practice empty pivots.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's probably fine to practice a normal chain grab first, without the pivot grab, so you just get used to the motion of it. But down the road, like that is something you need to do. So practicing pivots is something that maybe you should think about adding, even if you don't use it yet.
Okay, yeah. I'm really bad at those so far. But you know, it's just something I gotta get better at. Here, okay, I just did like 5 in a row, but obviously it's different within the context of recognizing DI and shit.
Yeah, so you want to also dash. You don't want to dash. It's hard because it depends on the DI. Yeah, I would have to sit here for a little bit and actually explain. So you want to dash away from them before you get the pivot grab, not towards them. So if they're going slight behind, dash to the right first and then pivot left.
What the heck? So like this?
Yeah. If they're close to you. There's a lot of different things that you can do. This is for slight DI behind. You would go right first and then pivot to the left.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, because if you dash through them, you can't. Fox will fall before you get far enough to dash to the left and pivot to the right, and he won't be in hit stun anymore.
This is the only one I have to pivot grab for, though, right? Like, there's nothing else I have to pivot grab for. Oh, I just did it.
The slight DI, yeah. You don't have to do it. It's only for slight DI.
And here,
and that's because
yeah, here it is.
I don't even know if the slight DI is actually good. Let me see. No, because you can still react to that one. There's like a slight DI that like you cannot react to which way they're going.
So you just have to read
It's like visually. Well, you just pivot grab. But he's like right above you, so at that point it doesn't matter which way you pivot.
Okay, that's good to know though, because my view.
The reason I say to do the pivot grab on this like slightly more DI is because it makes it easier that you only have to do one motion at all, and the only thing you have to react to at that point is like full DI, which you just run and grab, which is.
Oh wait, so you mean on all DI do this?
Zane usually just does it period, because that takes away one extra thing that he has to react to. So like every time he just pivot grabs until it's like full DI, in which case he can just run across and grab.
Oh, dude, that's huge. Okay, I see what you mean. I didn't quite understand at first. I have really mean viewers, and during viewer battles, they are doing slight DI in, and I can just never convert off of it. It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're teaching you the hard way and the good way. You gotta learn that. Marth is also an evil character. I hate to tell you.
I love Marth, dude. this guy might be my soul character. I love Link, but this guy is awesome.
He's to be fair, I've also developed a very evil playstyle back to him, so I can't really say much about it anymore. I think I've gotten to a point where I might unironically gimp Zane more than he gimps me. Yeah, you got like 3 there.
My controller, I don't know, I think I'm doing something wrong there, but I keep down throwing on accident, but that's okay.
You're probably just going too fast.
Yeah. How important do you think control? Oh, well, my bad. How important do you think like getting a fob?
What were you gonna say, man?
No. I was just gonna say the word.
Layout? Is that where you were going?
No. I was just gonna say the word.
We're all
controller.
the same.
I started saying the word controller, and I was like, oh wait. But I meant like fobs. Like, are fobs like an important?
You should get a fob. Yeah. I think a fob's also just gonna last you a lot longer, and they're a lot more easy to like calibrate. I would highly recommend just getting one.
Okay. Yeah.
They're just kind of better.
That'll be my dono goal, because fobs are expensive.
Not anymore. They're like $80.
Really? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they're really not that expensive anymore.
Okay, that's good. I'll be at out of the blue, so I think we have a lot of modders going there.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some there. Yeah.
Nice.
Are you entering melee there?
Yeah. Out of the blue will be my first melee major. I obviously don't have. That's like in a month from now. I don't have high expectations. I'd like to win like 2 sets.
Go have fun. This is a general competing thing, so I don't know how much you know about me for competition. I used to have the worst mental game of any melee top player, and I got to the point where I have universally the best. Yes. Have fun. Enjoy your time playing. You still need to learn to lock in when you're having fun. Don't put expectations on yourself.
Dude,
you want gameplay-oriented goals.
I could not fathom... Like, okay, Genesis X3 was probably the first melee tournament I sat my ass down and actually watched. I couldn't believe you brought it back from, like, 17. Like, what were you? You dropped down
33rd.
to 33rd? That was absolutely insane. And I saw that you were smiling. You went to Game 5 with Zane and you were smiling, and I'm like, this guy has the mentality of, like... a god. I can't imagine being in this situation and like not shitting your pants.
You gotta have fun. It is the most important part of competing, and it's the thing that nobody gets until later. Very few people intuitively get it. If you can't have fun competing, it's going to be more stress. It's going to be harder to actually like lock in. You're just going to feel the weight on you the entire time. If you can be excited to win, that's fine. Most people are incapable of not thinking about losing. And so I tell them to replace that with having fun. But if you're one of the few that can just lock the fuck in, not think about losing at all, and just laser focus on playing well, then you can skip that step. Most people can't do that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think a lot of why I plateaued in Ultimate after a few years is because I constantly was trying to I was obsessed with not losing. I was playing to not lose for so long. But I want to enter melee with a different mindset, like you said, just to have fun and not really put these expectations on myself.
You want to go into showcase the best melee you can. That's the way I always phrase it to students. Go show the best that you can. And that makes it a lot easier to kind of accept a loss because you're like, okay, I showed the best that I could at that point. How do I get that better now? Instead of, man, I lost. It was such a failure. I didn't get top 8, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, well, like, what's your goal? Because if you think about it, if your goal is just to get top 8 in something, you can fluke your way to a top 8. That's very, very possible. You can fluke your way. Even all the way up to number 1. Like, when the year I got number 1, I doubt you know what happened.
No.
So,
wait. Was that the Ludwig 1v1?
Yes, but you know what happened before that?
No, I have no clue.
Okay, so I had to win Big House to get to force a number 1 battle. I went down to Losers Top 64 round 1 just like I did at Genesis X3. The same spot in Losers where if I lost I got 33rd. Top 24 was supposed to play out, or top 12, Zane did not lose early. Top 12 was supposed to play out on Sunday. So Saturday, Zane finishes his match, and the next day he has Amsa. Amsa is a big study match for Marth. He's one, disgustingly good at the matchup. 2, Yoshi's just really fucking awkward. So it's one that like Zane likes to warm up for and be like really prepared for. Zane is out eating dinner and gets a text that, just kidding, we are playing top winners quarters now. Come back and play your set with Amsa.
What? Just kidding. That's okay.
Yeah, literally, they told him to come back. Amsa is there warming up with Kadoran for 2 hours. They play, Zane loses, and then I beat Zane in losers the next day, and that's how I got number 1. Because some TO decided last minute, no, we're not playing your set tomorrow, like we told you. Come back from dinner to play Yoshi right now.
Dude, if I'm Zane, I'm like, I'm mad
I would
as
have
fuck.
said no.
Yeah, I'm blowing this shit up. What the hell?
If I was Zane, I'd be like, dude, like, no, you told me I'm done. I need to prepare for Amsa. I would have been there the entire time. You can't do that.
That's so funny. The funniest part is he was practicing with Kadoran for 2 hours.
Yep. He comes in against a fucking hot Amsa. He has no prep. He's not ready. He gets farmed. Goes down to losers. Loses to me. Game 5. Last stock. Last hit. And I get to force the Ludwig match because of that. But think about how dumb that is, right? I'm not going to say it's a fluke that I got number 1. But it's like, what happens?
Circumstances were definitely in your favor there. Yeah.
So, but that's what I mean by like placing your value on your gameplay to be dependent on results or anything else is just so superficial, and it doesn't reflect reality most of the time, anyways.
Dude, that's
Zane
just
was
like
number 1 last year. Yeah. There's more than a few people that said that my year was actually just better. I don't care if it was or wasn't. You know why? Because it's fucking dumb regardless. I just want to play good melee. That's it.
This is like goat talk. I don't know, dude. It's like everyone around me at my level, and then maybe not everyone, but like it's really easy for a majority of the player base that that, like we're stuck in this like 65th, 49th, 129th. It's just like results. Like it's really toxic. It's really toxic.
You can even get it from a DQ.
What's up?
You can even get that from a fucking DQ. Like, why do you want
exactly,
that?
Exactly. Yeah, like you like aim for higher. And also, I just wanted to say or give context real quick, because someone in chat was asking. I've already gone to a Melee tournament. I went to my first local maybe like 3 weeks after I started playing, and I did win 2 sets in pools. So I have already won a set. So my goal out of the blue is to win like 2 or 3. Like it's possible. But I also want to have fun. I really do enjoy this game. It's kind of crazy. I told Pateron the same thing, but me playing Melee was supposed to be a 1 stream thing. I was supposed to only play for 1 stream because I was just gonna fuck around and be like, haha, damn, Link is really bad in this game. Oh, I like Marth. And then I ended up really liking it. And look, 2 months, not 2 months. It's been about a month and 2 weeks now. A month and 2 weeks later, like I really, really enjoy playing this game, and I want to keep going.
It's a really fucking fun game.
Yeah.
A fun fact also, you know how good Plup is, right? Do you know anything about Plup? He's like a consensus top 2-3 player in the world, and Melee is not an upset prone game. Not like Ultimate, right? Yeah, I got 65th at a super major losing to Plup.
Damn.
Like, what am I gonna do? Hate myself because I didn't get top 64 because Plup was in losers top 96?
Okay, why was Plup in losers?
Zane, that was Zane's breakout.
Oh, okay.
That was Zane's breakout win, was him beating Plup, and then I'm the poor chap that got to blame for 65th. So yeah, that shit, it's good to have that as a marker. So I won't say like you don't want to strive to get ranked top 100 or whatever.
Yeah.
But view that more as like a long-term goal, and that'll come as a byproduct of you playing good Melee, right? You don't want to win because you cheese your way or you didn't play good Melee. You want to win because you earned a win.
Right. No, you're definitely right. I think anybody in chat, new players, even players who are a little more experienced can learn a lot from that. Because I think, especially with this game, there's like a ranked mode. So there's a tangible PNG that you can show off and be like, guys, look, I hit this. And it's easy to tunnel vision on just winning. Like even the other day I was playing ranked, and I was getting like real life irritated because I'm like, oh my fucking god, I keep losing to these Fox and Falcos. But I'm losing vision of the fact that I have to learn from these experiences. I have to, like you said, I shouldn't strive to be like a certain rank. It'll be a byproduct of me just trying my best to keep improving.
Yep. Good results don't necessarily mean you're a good player, but being a good player will eventually get you good results.
Oh, that's so fucking hard. Oh, we're clipping that. Someone clip that. That's hard as fuck. Someone clip that. We're posting that.
There's a lot of people who even have gone to like top 10 that I called. I'm like, this person's not good. They're going to fall off. And if they don't change, it's sure enough. And I have like 100% success rate in calling that out. Who are they?
Holy.
I'll say that for another stream. Maybe a sub goal.
Someone in my chat clip. Nice.
But yeah, so you wanna get there on the merits of your gameplay and not vice versa. True, it's not who you think it is. I promise you.
I don't know.
It's not who I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I can't tell you who. So.
Yeah, he was gonna say it was None, but None is actually not the person I was thinking. I thought None could stay and would stay. He just had shit come up in his life.
Type, yeah. La vida.
But yeah.
Yeah, where do we go from here? No, I just said La vida is life.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to talk about kind of what's happening on the screen for you. So I guess I could watch you play like one game, but realistically, I've seen enough games where I can kind of tell you a lot of what's going on. So most of the stuff that you're going to be practicing right now, I think you should keep with. I think it is correct. Effectively, what you're looking to do is punish Fox for trying to hit you. Mm-hmm. This is obviously something that is short-sighted, but is okay to learn because you kind of need to do it eventually. What's going to wind up happening eventually is you're going to find more and more playstyles that just don't fit into the things that you practiced. That's okay. We're not focused on beating every individual player right now. Right. We're focused on getting like systematically good at the game and doing the things that are giving you the highest like expected value. The thing I wanted to say earlier is that, and I can show you how to go over this, but this is kind of where I'm going to leave you for like the work that you need to do on your own. is that you mentioned how you're like, okay, I don't really know what to work on now, right? Remember how I told you Melee is one gigantic risk-reward calculation and that's it?
Of course, yep.
Okay, so what winds up happening is you have to start developing a skill, and to do this, you need to watch VODs back, where you have to see, okay, what is the thing, like I said earlier, that is either costing me the most or making me miss out on the most opportunity of whatever's going on in the game? And you watch like a few games, and you try to think about it. Usually comparing it to a top player VOD isn't bad. You should be watching top level Melee. If you're not, you're fucking up. Like, if you really want to get better, have Zane stream on the back end when he's playing Marth. Have the other Marth stuff, watch their VODs. It is the most important thing because you need to have a general understanding of what needs to happen on the screen. And the reason is when you watch your VODs back, you need to see, okay, comparative to spots where, and you're a good enough player that you from Ultimate, luckily, this shouldn't be that hard. And usually I spend like 2 or 3 lessons explicitly just going over how to do this.
Yeah.
You want to be like, okay, compared to like these other players, what are the spots that I'm either not getting anything from that they seem to kill someone from, or the things that are just getting me killed every single time? And you want to basically start eliminating the things that are costing you the most of like that take 4 stocks before they take yours criteria. You want to just start bulldozing through them from like the most valuable to the least valuable.
Okay, so off the top of my head, I can tell you 2 things I know for a fact are absolutely destroying me in games that are probably not super complex. One, I'm really bad at landing. I'm like horrible at landing. I'm used to in Ultimate. I'm used to a fast faller. Link is like a more like a pseudo fast faller. He becomes a fast faller when he wants to, because he has like an insane fast fall multiplier. And in Marth, he's really floaty, and I find myself doing this. Like, I waste my resources, my jumps, and my side Bs. I get hit by like a Fox back air, and now I'm dead. I could be at like 40%, and now I'm dead. So that's like a big one. I constantly lose my stocks to. I'm having a really, really hard time landing. And then in terms of what I'm not getting anything off of, the obvious thing is grab. Like I'm getting grabs, but I'm not doing anything. I'm getting like at best this, and not even. You see, I'm missing. Well, I guess at this percent.
No, up tilt works for that percent. That's fine.
Oh yeah. See.
So you want to hit the reverse side of up tilt if you're gonna do that. So just like do up tilt the same direction. Faster, you're frame 11.
Yeah.
Do it the same direction. Like, don't turn around.
Oh.
Yeah. Faster. 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 Yep, see? You just get a hit.
You know, something that this just taught me right now at this moment? If I mash the A button, it does not give me the fastest input. That's...
No, you gotta time it.
I didn't know that. I've been doing that this whole time.
Wow. Well, big ups already, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you can get regrab off that. And then, but there's like obviously all the different DIs and shit. You can also turn out that does not happen. That's some computer bullshit.
Yeah, wow.
But you see like how many spots where you're really slow on, right? Yeah. So just learning to speed this up is going to be so fucking crucial for you.
Wow.
And then eventually you'll have to learn the tech chase, which is annoying because it's not in... Oh, good job.
Yeah, thank you.
I think also, like, up throw, up tilt for beginner combo is fine. You don't have to go to the hardest thing immediately.
Yeah.
Just be practicing the hard stuff so that eventually you do know how to get it. Okay. So, like, up tilt, up throw, up smash, up throw, up tilt, up throw, up smash. Like, it's fine for early level. Don't be like, oh, I can't do it. I have to do the correct thing every time. Because even Zane sometimes is going to up throw, up tilt. Like, shit's going to happen.
Wow, dude.
But most of this is going to be you practicing a lot of tech skill for the next week or so, and just getting generally a lot faster. I would also I know viewers love ranked. I really could not strongly enough recommend finding practice partners and people that you can kind of play like, I'll call it egoless friendlies with, where you can go in and be like, all right, I'm going to work on hitting this shit. I know this person is also just going to be working on something. We don't care about the result. We just want to get better however we need to.
Yeah, I swore off of ranked for a week because it's too easy to keep queuing. It's too easy to keep queuing and wanting some sort of like dopamine spike from like winning a game and being like, oh, dude, my thing is working. But the truth is, you don't have to win a game for something to be working. And I know that from Ultimate. I know that I can just, like you said, egoless friendlies just work on something. But oh my god, ranked is such a trap. It's so easy to keep playing.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I get it. Yeah, luckily, it's gotten to the point where it's all fucking mid tiers, and I despise that. So I don't really engage with it as much anymore. But yeah, you're going to want to really try to find that person. You can also make ranked like an event where you're like, all right, Thursday is my ranked day. It's streaming, and then the rest of the days are you working on shit or doing other stuff. And
that's good.
Especially having structure like that is really nice.
Yeah.
At least in my experience.
Yeah.
So the thing I'm kind of leaving you with is that you're going to have to learn how to identify what you need to work on to either take stocks better or lose stocks less bad. So you've already mentioned two things. So I have a general rule when it comes to coaching. I will never answer a question until you've watched a VOD of a top player and told me what you think. The reason that that's my rule is because, again, like I said earlier, I don't want to give you an answer. I want to figure out what the gap in your understanding of the game is. So I want to hear what you're saying and say, okay, what are you not looking at on the screen, or what isn't apparent to you, so we can bridge that gap so you can carry that to other things in the game as well, and you don't need to just keep coming back to answer new questions over and over again.
Right. That's good.
The goal
I actually
I like
that.
So that you never need me again. That's the ultimate.
You're teaching me how to fish. You're not giving me the fish.
Exactly. Like, I don't want to deal with sitting here and like, okay, I taught you this combo route, now to teach you this combo route and this DI mix-up. It's like, no, we learn how to identify DI mix-ups and what the associated like risk and reward of those two things are, and that's way more impactful. The last thing I'll say on that specifically, don't feel like, oh, I have to get it right. I don't get this analysis right. Zane doesn't get it right every time, right? Like, we are still wrong about this. You're never going to be 100% right. The important thing is just go by your gut so you can start understanding, because even if you're wrong about something, or you practice the wrong thing, or you practice it incorrectly, that's one less mistake you can make in the future if you actually learn from it.
Yeah, so on that note, I've already looked at some VODs, and I want to try to propose what I think Marth should be doing instead of what I've been doing. And you can tell me whether or not, I guess I'm on the right track.
Sure.
So I've watched specifically like I've watched Ossify. Shout out Ossify. I know he just followed me. Ossify and Zane are my like top two Marths I watched.
Two great Marths to watch.
Yeah. And I noticed through their gameplay, they're a lot better. Well, one, they're like my first layer of defense of like getting like if I start getting juggled, right? Like let's say Fox is juggling me or something. My initial like instinct is to stall with side B.
Yep.
And that's like the very first thing I do, which is, I think, poor. I noticed that they're a lot better at mixing up their drift and using lagless move, like hitting out of the air. Fair is a lot quicker and a lot bigger to swat somebody out of the air. So they're doing something less committal.
Yeah, but it doesn't stunt your. It doesn't stunt.
Exactly. The risk reward is in their favor there, and opposed to like a side B where the risk reward is not in my favor, because the risk is if I get hit out of this, and assuming I use my jump, I'm dead. I'm just straight up dead. And the reward is like I get back to stage, but again, like I said, if I'm wrong, I just die. And I noticed that these guys are doing a lot less committal options, which is like drifting the platforms, drifting the ledge. They're not always immediately from like the top left corner. They're not always drifting toward ledge. I think that's a big problem I have. I'll immediately try to drift so that I can grab ledge like this. But they'll go low.
Yeah.
Like, they'll stay out here. They'll stall, go low, and do stuff like that. And mine is
really
kind of very linear.
Low.
What's that?
It's very hard to edgeguard Marth going low for most players.
Yeah. I'm very linear. Like, I'm doing the straight line, like the y equals x fucking line down trying to get to ledge. And it's super predictable, and that's why I always get like shine spike there and stuff. But yeah, that was kind of my analysis through watching their VODs. I'm doing something very committal off the get-go that should be a mix-up, like a hard mix-up. And they're a lot better at being less predictable about where they're trying to land. What do you think?
So, yeah, no, that's pretty good. So I'll say the one thing early on is that you haven't mentioned watching the opponent's location yet. So a lot of times, people will use their resources, but Fox isn't even close to them. Like, there's no way that the Fox could even hit them anyways.
Yeah.
So you effectively stunted yourself and wasted a resource when you weren't even in danger of getting hit in the first place. And to me, that's the biggest one. So I think, unironically, practicing coming down without any hitbox to see when you actually get hit and making that your intent. Like, yeah, I'm going to get hit in some of these spots, but like, where can you actually hit me and where can't you hit me is very valuable. So you get like kind of that spacing in your head. And you're like, okay, in these spots, like, I don't even need to waste a resource. You can't do anything.
That makes sense. Especially because it'll be variable depending on how good their movement is too. And like their burst options. I know like Fox, I think right now, like you said, I burn my resources when Fox even like thinks about looking at me. He'll give me a mean stare and I'll probably burn my jump and my side B just because I'm scared. Because I know Fox is fast, but I'm not like really, like you said, thinking about what is he capable of doing here. And has he shown me that he's willing to do it? That's another thing. Are they willing to do this? They can run off and like shine spike me forward. like going this slow, but have they shown that they'll do it? I think that's something.
Yeah, and most players early on aren't going to mix up things very well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we're not worried about mix-ups right now. Anyways, we're worried about basic execution, punish game recovery. We don't even think about anything extravagant. Oh, look at you, getting better already.
Oh, that's funny. I think. Well, I was doing the baby one. I'm not doing the pivot.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Again, like you don't have to be perfect. I'm giving you this because I'm assuming I'm not going to talk to you every day. So this is something that you can have like long term.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna I have this VOD. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna fucking tattoo what you said earlier about.
Yeah, it's just too important.
It is. You're like that Olympic player, the gold medalist.
Yeah, ironically.
Unironically, yeah. But
have fun. Like, there's no point in doing it. It's a fucking game. If you're not gonna have fun, what's the point of playing it?
Yeah.
Not for the money. I'll tell you that much.
For sure. No. I've heard you. I've heard that. And no, you're right. You're right, dude. But I'm glad the game still has you, even though it's not ideal to keep playing the game.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. One way or another, I'll be involved in it.
For sure.
Is there anything that you specifically want to ask?
Well, I actually came in here. I guess like really the only. I think you covered everything. It was about landing. Ledge. I'm really bad at getting off ledge. I know this is. This is a universal thing. I'm sure some options are stronger against characters than others, but I'm really bad at getting off ledge. I'm a chronic neutral get-upper. I just keep neutral get-upping in this game. I don't know why. I can't. I guess like you said, I'm not confident in like my risk reward is very skewed because I'm not confident in my execution on like doing like this fast or like this. So I end up doing the very smash ultimate options, which is neutral get-up.
Yeah,
roll,
which makes sense.
And jump, and all of those are really fucking laggy, dude. So
yeah, so I mean, most of the time for Marth early on, ledge dashing obviously a thing, but so the problem is, do you know like what Galint is?
Yeah, your invulnerability frames when you get up.
Yeah, perfect. So Marth can only get like 2 or 3, which is nice because you can get like shield out, which is if you get Galint and shield is out unironically, like ledge dash shield is not bad because a lot of people are going to try to back air you. Like if it's a Fox, they're going to just like jump back here. You can also aerial from ledge. At top level, it's definitely really risky, but like aerialing from ledge is a way to at least tell people like, hey, fuck off, you're not allowed to just stand there. And so it kind of forces them to be like away from it. So there, nair, and you want to do the aerial a little bit later, not super early.
Oh, really? Okay, let me try.
The reason being you have invincibility from the ledge, so you want to make sure you're getting off ledge immediately, and then you have more time to get closer to the stage and with less end lag. Yeah. And this is just a way to say to people like, hey, fuck you, you're not allowed to just stand there. You can punish it, obviously, so don't do it every time. But yeah. Marth is much more of a character off ledge where like, Fox, I'm ledge dashing every single time. Yeah. And then the mix-ups what I left that. With Marth, you don't have that luxury, so it's going to be a lot about mixing up what you're doing. If you know someone's going to attack off ledge, you can also just jump counter. It at least gets them off of you.
Oh, no, not that one. No, not that one, not that one.
Yeah, you gotta get up a little higher than that. But you can't just like jump counter if you think someone's gonna like 100% attack you.
Okay,
counter
yeah,
also
wait, this is goaded for the
option,
fucking gold Falcos that are gonna F-smash there every time.
Yeah, exactly, right? If they're gonna F-smash or some shit. It's not like a troll option, but it's definitely like a mix-up. Even for coming down, sometimes someone's just gonna full hop back and you can just counter them. Don't overuse it. Again, Marth is very important to not overuse 1 or 2 things, but he can do it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then outside of that, I mean, you can sometimes like get up attack or roll. It's just not great.
Yeah. These are fucking slow as hell, and I think that's something that's crazy to me coming from Ultimate is that you're not fully invincible the entire roll, right? Question mark. I feel like I've gotten hit.
You get punished. You definitely get punished. Yeah. You should get punished if you roll. If someone reads you, that's weird. That's GG.
Well, no, but like during the roll animation, am I invincible? It seems like I am.
You are not actionable before the invincibility wears off. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's still really slow. It's still really fucking slow. So I'm just gonna get cooked for that. That's something I do way too much. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. I think. Oh yeah, we're wrapping up here, right? I imagine.
Probably pretty soon. Yeah, I still have to go do an actual formal lesson after this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, your vulnerability comes from grabbing the ledge, not the action.
Yeah. because I was just gonna maybe ask chat too. I was just gonna write down some stuff that I could be working that is universal, and we've already covered a few, like getting off ledge. This is pretty universal that I could practice during those first 20 minutes. I'll probably proportion it so I can like play for an hour. I'll probably play for an hour. What is that? Times 2. That's 40 minutes of universal and 20 minutes of specific. I think those first 40 minutes are really important, and I just
you just want to be really solidified. I cannot recommend exercise enough. I think that shit's really good, and make sure you turn on the act head of lag code on. That shit is really, really important for you.
Yeah, this is crazy. I thought that was a different thing. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was the green thing. That's like a gecko code that turns you green when you're actionable. I thought it was that, but I guess that serves the same purpose.
I mean, that's effectively the same thing, but it doesn't display, like, so you have to kind of visually
yeah. I like being able to see how many frames I'm late.
Yeah, it's much better, but this is like gonna be how you get like cracked, just being really fucking fast. And this is just the most important thing, is getting your movement down early and then getting your punish game down.
Facts, yeah, okay.
And then good things will come from there.
Dude, yeah, no, that's amazing. I really appreciate everything you've told me so far, and I hope people in chat too, and whoever sees this on YouTube later on can find. Well, they definitely will. If you're listening, you'll find value in anything you've said. So
hopefully,
yeah.
The last thing is, every time you get a hit, even if you can't see it, I want you to. The question you want to ask yourself is, where's your stock? How do you get a stock from this? If you can't get one, what's the best situation you can get from it? But that needs to be the thought, like, every single time.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy, because this game isn't necessarily touch of death, but you guys are really good in advantage in this game. Ultimate,
it's not.
You don't really touch of death people unless like,
no, never.
Yeah.
And there are 0 to deaths in this game. Like, I've had games where I had literally 1.0 openings for kill.
Right.
They do happen.
Yeah.
But the skill comes from learning when to take the risk, or the mix of, like, do I want to try to go for the kill here, or do I want to go for an extended combo and see if I can, like, make something work?
Mm-hmm.
And that just takes time to get good at.
Yo, why am I not grabbing? Hello. Why am I not turning around? Hello. Okay, whatever. I just gotta practice it. But yeah.
Also, for you specifically, because you're an ultimate player, every single time you're missing something like that, check if you're trying to buffer it.
How do I check that? Like, do I check that in the regular training room?
You can check it in the training lab, that's fine, but just generally speaking, like, check, are you hitting the button or are you pressing it? So the thing is, the game is tactile, right? So if you're not buffering it, if you go too fast, you just won't get anything. If you go too slow, you just won't get the grab.
Yeah, I noticed that
every
a lot of
error you have in this game. Yeah. Yep. So like right there, you turned around and grabbed too late. There, you turn around and grab too late. There, did you pivot grab that?
I'm just trying to turn around. I think I'm just not. There you go. I'm just not pressing myself far enough. I'm like trying to do
no.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll definitely give it a lot of practice. This will be part of.
Are you jump canceling here?
Oh yeah.
Do not jump cancel unless you have to.
Oh. Well, that makes it easier.
Yeah. Jump cancel is only for when you're running. If you're standing or pivot or turning, you never jump cancel.
It's slower so crazy. Than a regular grab. Okay. That's great to know, because I've heard so many different things, man. Like, the internet for Melee, there are a lot of resources, but unfortunately, a lot of your resources for this game are like 10 years old. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm actually working on something now that'll hopefully conglomerate all these resources for new players, period.
That's great, because, like, for example, the Chaingrab video I saw, no shade to them, I'm sure, it's a good channel, but they said jump cancel everything, and I'm like, okay, sure. Me being a new guy, I believe this guy. Chaingrab everything.
Only if you're
or not
Chaingrab.
Jump cancel everything.
Only if you're dashing. If you're walking, pivoting, or standing, you never jump cancel.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Good to know. Very good to know. All right. Well.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to leave you there. If there's any other questions you have, feel free to shoot them my way. But I gotta go do a lesson again. Of course. Is there anything you should not jump cancel when you're turning around now? Is there anything that is unclear or anything you want to ask before hang up.
No, not at all, dude. You did a really good job, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to train.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone as new as me. Honestly, the amount of love I've been getting from the Melee scene is absolutely unbelievable.
We like seeing people enjoy the game. Just ignore the discourse.
Yeah, for sure. And anyone in chat, if you're a Melee player, I imagine all of you know who Cody is. But if you're from Ultimate and you're thinking about getting like Melee coaching and stuff, I know. Yeah, you provide coaching services, right?
Yep, that's mostly what I'm doing full time for now.
Okay.
I also have like, I got a lot of resource for people, like the most resource for people who want to take lessons of anyone right now.
Yeah, okay, great. Anybody, if you end up seeing this on my stream or you end up seeing this on YouTube, check out Cody's lessons, like lesson plans. I imagine it's Metafy.
Patreon,
Yeah. Check it out. I'll put up a link on the screen or in the description.
Yeah, whenever. It's all good.
Yeah. But again, thank you so much, man. I really can't express.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be lurking. I'll see where you're going.
Right,
if something doesn't make sense, feel free to just shoot me a DM and I'll check it when I'm not busy.
Amazing. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, take it easy, man. Have a good one.
See ya, man. Have a good one. Have fun.
Bye.
Goodbye. God damn, I was nervous. I think that'll reflect in the in the VOD, but I hope it wasn't too obvious. I was nervous as fuck. Holy shit. I was really nervous, but we got it. That was great. That was amazing.